My favorite race was the VF3 round in Red Bull Ring a few weeks ago. I started on the race 2 in P6. I stalled, so that was very disappointing. And then I could keep my concentration up because I was last before the first corner, so I was quite worried. But after that, I could overtake. I had a really good car. The car felt, it felt perfect. I wouldn't change one thing on it, and I could just overtake a lot of drivers. I did very quick laps. I did the quickest lap of the weekend. It was quite nice, and yeah, it felt great. It's to get a good rhythm in Red Bull. It's so nice. I mean, if you just keep driving in the right line, your tires get cleaner. You get more and more grip. You overtake. You get, and it's just flowing, and it was a great feeling. It's the last corner of Red Bull. I think it's my favorite corner in motorsports. I mean, how the car behaves there. You lose the rear on the entry, and then there's a compression. Now it's a bit reduced because the track is brand new, but it's still there, the compression. So it's so cool because you're gonna spin on the entry, and you don't think you'll make the corner, but then the compression just saves your rear, and it's so cool because it never gets boring. Every time you get that adrenaline feel. I had to race in a championship. I think street circuits is the best. I think more street circuits around there is, the cooler it is. I just really enjoy it. And actually, my favorite normal circuit, my favorite type of circuit is the one with not a lot of runoff areas. Because I think it just makes it more interesting if it's a clear target for everyone. And yeah, that's why I think I like street circuits as well. It's so cool. Started in 2006. I got introduced to motorsports by my father. Actually, it was by myself because I used to watch F1 with my father. Every Sunday I watched F1, and I also loved cars. All my gifts, all my presents, like for Christmas, birthday, everything was remote controlled cars or those Hot Wheels or something. And I watched F1 always. And watching F1, I was asking my father, how do those drivers get there? Because I see the soccer players, and then right beside my home there's a soccer school for little kids, so it's clear the path. But for drivers, it isn't. I mean, I never saw a go-kart track in my life until I was 6 or 7. And I was like, how did these drivers get there? Is this F1 school or something? Then my father, he explained to me, oh no, they start in karting and it's those little karts. He took me to a go-kart track. As soon as I saw it, I was in love, and from there it started. Little by little, it got more serious, and yeah. That's how it started. Obviously, I started in my town in Brazil, which is a big town. Actually, it's like 6 million people, but it's not big for karting. São Paulo is a place to go karting if you are in Brazil. So that was the initial barrier, actually, even racing in my country, because as a kid, like, you need to go to school a lot, and that's like the biggest target. And to think that you need to leave your home for 3 days during the week, miss school, just to compete in karts. And Brazil is a big country, so I had to get a plane, go to São Paulo. It's the same thing as going to a different country. And in the early stage of your career. So I think that already makes it difficult for most Brazilian drivers to survive in the beginning. Most of them, the family gives up because they need to travel so young. And yeah, that was the first barrier. And then once I started racing in São Paulo and all over Brazil, and then coming to Europe, yeah, you need to, sometimes you need to move in. In the beginning, I was just traveling around with the plane. It was not possible anymore. I had to, sometimes in 1 month, I had to get 5 international flights, which was absolutely making me tired. And at some point, I had to move to Europe. Yeah, which I'm grateful because I live in a place where I can adapt well, and yeah, it's a great opportunity. Yeah, I live in Spain. We chose Spain because it's central in Europe. When I came initially, I was still karting, so I was not even thinking about the Formula. Karting is mostly in Italy happening, but Spain is also a great country. It's a Latin, similar food, similar language, easy for me to learn Spanish. And yeah, so that was the first things. Also because there we found a center of athletes, like a university campus where I could live, train, and I had everything in one place. My family didn't want me to stop studying. I also didn't want. And there I could go to school, live, and train without going around. When I was 15, 16, my family didn't want me to go around, and yeah, I can do everything in one place. It's great. I know my family is still in Brazil, actually. I came alone. I do have nearly a family member in Spain. It's my manager. I'm working with him for 4 years now, so it's like nearly a father to me. Actually, he was my father in Europe. He was my tutor until a few weeks ago when I did 18, and yeah, so I feel at home, and my father comes to some races, and yeah, it's okay. I'm really close to my race engineer. Yeah, I'm really friends with him. But overall, my teammates as well, I'm very close to them. And the team is, I mean, even if it wasn't, that's the comment all the drivers say. But I sincerely, the harmony in the team is great. I had some ups and downs, and yeah, I need to. I'm having a great opportunity this year. I'm racing the championship I want to race with the team I want to race, and yeah, with great companies supporting me, and yeah, I I've been through highs and lows, so yeah, I'm just trying to take the best out of this year now. I focus more on going to F1, and it's my main target. But when I wake up, I'm not thinking, okay, I need to go to the gym because I want to go to F1. I'm thinking I need to go to the gym because I need to do well in my F3 championship, or win it, or whatever is my target. And yeah, but obviously my subconscious is always going back to F1, but I'm just focusing on this season.